That is the deck that I have been working on in Standard, and this configuration of it plays the Stage 1 Talonflame, which you can start as your active Pokemon. I've been liking this build so far. What formats are in Pokemon TCG? They have Standard, Expanded, and Legacy. As far as I'm aware, Standard and Expanded are the most played formats, and then Legacy doesn't really have a ton of high tier support. You have a Darkrai here to put in play. Our guys are resistant to Psychic, which is nice. So we can go ahead and start by putting this on here. And then I think I put a Fighting Fury Belt. And I'm going to Ultra Ball, discarding these two. I'm going to search up. This is probably a Mega Mewtwo deck, so Giratina is probably going to be pretty good. Giratina says, prevent all effects of damage from Mega Pokemon that would be done to this, which is great. Show up under the eyeball on the sidebar. Okay. That's where a trade notification would show up. Max Elixir is a fine pickup here. It allows us to potentially accelerate an energy onto here if we're not too unlucky. Look at that. We hit with a Max Elixir. What other world we're living in? Go ahead and play N here, so we'll shuffle our hands in and draw some new cards. Talonflame doesn't do anything because we don't have it stage 1 in our deck. We only have this in here in case we start with it in our hand. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and Ultra Ball, discarding Talonflame and Ultra Ball at this point, and grab another Darkrai for our bench. Usually you want 2 Darkrays going. Darkray's attack for 2 energies does 20 damage times or plus the amount of dark energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So, like, right now, if I had enough energy to use this attack, it would be dealing 60, 70 with the Fighting Fury Belt, since I have 20, plus 20 from this energy, plus 20 from this energy. Oh, you know, I probably should have Trainer Mailed here to try and find a Max Elixir, because if I hit a Max Elixir, I would like to put it on one of my guys. I guess I could have Shaymin'd there instead of getting this. That's definitely reasonable. So this says they can use attacks from its previous evolutions. Start by trainer mailing here, see what we get. Another Skyla and a Hex Maniac. I'll take the Skyla for now. I can put this energy on here, and now this attack is doing 60, 80, 90. I'm going to go ahead and Skyla for a Max Elixir here, I think. Try and kick it up to 110. Get some energy on my Darkrai here. And we bricked on that one. So this looks at our top 6 cards of our deck. And if it finds a basic energy, it puts it on. We'll go ahead and play this Enhanced Hammer and knock this off of there. And we will just start attacking. Hit for 90 there, so one more hit's going to knock this out. Taking the double colors off of here is good because it takes prevents it from retreating unless it has another energy here. All right, there's a... Oh, right, and it just has the Psychic Strike. This is 210 hit points now, so we need to hit for 120 in order to knock this out, so we need theoretically to hit 2 energies next turn. If they hit another DCE, they can start attacking with this. Oh, and because of this, he can theoretically use damage change as well. If he has the appropriate energy to do so. Mega Turbo, yep. Mega Turbo lets him attach an energy from his discard pile to a Mega Pokemon he controls. This Giratina will let us stall nicely. It does 110, so we're half dead at this point. Another Darkrai. So we're definitely playing this out. So this is going to get knocked out next turn, so I think I'm just supposed to Skyla for a switch here. And just, like, switch to the Giratina. Yeah. This is going to Dark Skyla for a switch, and then switch to this Giratina. And then the Giratina can stall until we hit something, hopefully. This doesn't take damage from Mega Evolutions. Well, I can put another energy on here. Yeah, that seems fine. And then we're just a double dragon away from being able to use this Chaos Wheel, which says they can't play tools, special energies, or stadium cards on their turn. Just gonna pass. Use your words, Inotness. It was a misplay because. Use your words. Oh, and I don't want a Hex Maniac because this turns off Pokemon abilities, which would turn off Giratina's ability. We figured it out. Look at that. We figured it out. I think I'm just gonna start getting another Darktina going here. Alright, there's Sycamore. Hey, bud. Alright, so we found a double dragon energy here. Let's start with Max Elixir and see what we find. I should probably Trainer Mail first, actually. Now let's Trainer Mail first. We got a Verse Seeker. Okay. I think I'm set up here. We're dead. So then I can put this on. Oh, you want me to back out of here? I can go ahead and Max Elixir here now. Oh, you know what? There are other dark energies in here. I should have done. There's only one. Yeah, I'm going to hold the Super Rod for now. We'll just go ahead and Chaos Wheel here. They're going to be able to damage change the damage off, but this prevents them from being able to play tools, special energies, and stadium cards on their turn. Alright, ends pretty good. So our Dark Rays are currently dealing, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, so that's 80, or 1, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, so it's 140, 160, they're currently dealing 170 damage. Alright, there's a Shaymin. Lead on Trainer Mail here, I think. Grab another Elixir. Do I want to Super Rod this one energy back in before I Elixir? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I probably do. Oh, I have to put these back in? That's awkward. Alright, we hit at least. Put that on there. So now this is hitting for 8. This is hitting for 1 something. I can Verse Seeker for Skyla here. And then Skyla lets me get a stadium to knock out his thing here that's letting him use past attacks. That seems decent. Oh, both my stadiums are prized. Well, that's awkward. So I can get Ultra Ball, I guess. So I'll Ultra Ball, discard these Talonflames, and grab the Salamence. And then I can play Salamence and then play Shaymin. And playing Energy out here. I probably want to start energizing up Salamence, which does extra damage based on EX. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now this is doing, this one's doing 210 exactly, but it'll get knocked out by this one on the crackback. So I'm not sure if that's worth it. Next turn, I could, yeah, that's probably worth it. It gets me 2 prizes. Neither of those found a stadium. That's really unfortunate. So this is going to knock out this. How's it going, Q? Alright. I'm getting an N. Are we getting end? It's unfortunate that both my stadiums are in my prizes and that we missed getting both those stadiums when we did that there. So if this dies, we're down to 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 140, 160 damage on this. So we need to get 3 energies in. Fortunate this Giratina can't just lock them out because of this stupid stadium. None of these are particularly great. He gets 2 prizes from knocking this out. Probably want to replay this Giratina out again here, and then I think we have an N in here, right? I don't have an N in here, do I? Oh, I do. I think we're supposed to N here. Get rid of their hand down to 4 cards. Start stacking Dark Energies up for a 1-hit KO. Say, hey, you can't play Adamant Tools next turn. We only have 1 Enhanced Hammer in the deck, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to knock this DCE off here. Sycamore, sure. So this, again, is allowing him to use damage change from his previous evolution to keep just doing that over and over again. Am I just ending here again? I feel like I am. I want to just try and keep attaching energies every turn here. Alright, and this double dragon actually makes one of these lethal if we hit a switch. So this Olympia actually will let us knock this out next turn, which is nice. That's unfortunate. Yep, knock your guy out, right? This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, that's lethal. Is this going to be able to lethal me back? Nope, I don't think so. Let's find out. Hey, stadiums. Lysandre here could potentially be lethal. Oh, and then evolve, and then you have a DCE to knock me out. This is 100, 130. Is that lethal? 170. All right. Well, can we do it, fam? All right. So if I put this on here and then put Reverse Valley into play, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 180. That's exactly 210 points of damage because of the Reverse Valley here. Close game. Close game. Glad we finally hit our stadium. I haven't played a ton of games with this Talonflame configuration. I have a non-Talonflame Hoopa configuration of this deck as well. I've been reasonably happy with both of them so far, but I definitely need to play more games with this before I figure out whether or not I like it. I would like to go first. Ugh, that feels bad. The old Shaymin is the opener. Alright, doesn't appear to have a lot of basics. We're on the play, so we get to draw a couple extra cards here, which is good. It makes these Ultra Balls better. I would like to draw 2 extra cards. Draw a card for my turn. So I'm going to start by Ultra Balling here. Discard and Ultra Ball and a Verse Seeker, I suppose. I'm going to grab a Darkrai. Trainer Mail before you Elixir because you want to thin, so the Elixirs are more likely to hit. Fighting Fury Belt is great. I might want this hammer. I don't know. One of these if these elixirs miss, I want more of them. I guess maybe I should have kept that second Ultra Ball. Alright, you can take a timeout. Do I want to put an energy on here to Sky Return this? That doesn't seem completely awful. Let's do that for now. There's people like EUW and every TCG. The good decks are good and the bad decks are bad, and you shouldn't play the bad decks, and everything that's good's been found, and you shouldn't work on things or try new combinations of cards because everyone that's tried is done. Blarga, 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 blarga. I get it, man. You want to play the same decks over and over and over again. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. What does this do? Lucky Helmet says, whenever a Pokemon this card is attached to your active Pokemon is damaged by an opponent's attack, and that Pokemon is knocked out, draw 2 cards. Cute. Whenever any player puts a basic Pokemon from his hand into his or her bench, put 2 damage counters on it. Okay? So I'm gonna put Salamence out here. I'm gonna put this on here. I'm gonna go ahead and end. Did not find a switch. I guess I have another look at a switch here. Grab a Hex Maniac. Fury Belt on here. Do I want to draw 2 cards with this? Yeah, I guess I'm looking for a switch. Giratina here. And I'm just going to retreat this. They get a Magikarp back to their hand, sure. All the Magikarp. Probably just want to Lysandre and kill some of these ones that don't have lucky helmets on them, honestly. I'll just kill this Shaymin next turn. How's this been testing? I haven't played that many games with it, so I don't really have a reasonable, accurate, or educated opinion on it. I'm not sure if it's better or worse than the Hoopa deck, the Hoopa configuration. So we're getting a Gyarados here. This can have multiple lucky helmets attached to it? They're not a tool? Why can he put 2 lucky helmets on here? Why? Thanks. Hey, Jake. Card ability of Gyarados. This Pokemon may have tools attached to it. Okay, thank you. I don't have another Shaymin in here, so let's get another Darkrai here. Slide this Darkrai out on my bench. Is this lethal? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 130 exactly. We only need to do 110. So he draws 4 cards here because he had 2 lucky whatevers on it. If he gets another Gyarados going here, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Yep. So he gets a Gyarados back and we get a Talonflame back. Do I still stream Eternal? Not really, Kiki. I got pretty bored. Playing constructed in Eternal is really expensive, like dollar-wise, or you have to grind for a really long time, so I got kind of bored with it. Sycamore was a good pickup here. So this does... Sure, down map. So this does 30 more for each damage counter each of your benched Magikarp. So this is doing 210 right now. Alright, we're going to put Shaymin up. Alright, Parallel City's okay. Lets me lock his bench down. Do I even want to do that? I might want to lock my bench and prevent his damage, because this prevents damage from water Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's probably okay, actually. I really don't want him to discard. So I'll get rid of this extra Shaymin. And go ahead and Sycamore here. I like Hex as a game a lot more than Eternal. Like, just the gameplay's more reasonable. The fact that Hex is a TCG is a big draw for me as well. I like that. Go ahead and Super Rod here and put these energies back into my deck. Do I want a Darkrai back in my deck? Yeah, that's probably fine. Do that. I like the fact that Hex is a full TCG as well. I already Sycamored this turn, so I'm not going to burn this VS Seeker just yet. I could switch. If I switch, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only doing 100, and he has... I'm 10 short if I switch, so I guess I'm just going to pass. As a competitive player, it depends on what you're looking for, too. If you're looking to play a game casually, like you're looking to play a game on your cell phone, Hex doesn't have a mobile client, so like Eternal you can play on your cell phone, which is actually looking for something casual. If you're looking for something to play competitively, Hex has regular cash tournaments that you can play in from your home and compete for cash prizes against other players online, so... Yeah, Hex has a full buy-sell trade, and then get punished for having put... Has another double colors energy here, so the Shaymin's going to get knocked out. You think we're putting the Salamence up here? Check this out, Kiki. That basically explains why all of the reasons why I enjoy Hex. Are we gonna get end here? That's unfortunate. I liked our hand. Down to 4 cards here. Still have a switch. That's good. Slide this Darkrai up. Alright, that was a good draw. I'll play this Darkrai. We'll put an energy on it. So now this attack is doing 120. I think I'd like to VS Seek. I think I'd like to end here. Just to take cards out of their hand. You basically lock them out. Sure. I didn't really have an option to get Giratina going early, though. So knocking this out is going to let him draw 2 cards. But he's going to get to draw cards with Octillery anyways, so we'll see. They only have to knock out 1 more of my Pokemon here to claim their last 2 prizes since I'm on all EX Pokemon. I'm going to switch up to this since it has the most health. It's got a Fighting Fury belt on it, so it can hit for 2. It can have 200 life. I did beat the Mewtwo deck. Close game, but we won. Alright, here's the Gyarados coming back to his hand with the Buddy Rescue. We need a Magikarp back, so we already have a Gyarados in our hand. He needs a double colorless energy then as well. Alright, dig, dig, dig. That puts 2 DCEs back into his deck. God, he's not played a supporter yet either. Oh, teammates, yep. So we are dead. Yeah, this is gonna do 210. That's unfortunate. Yeah, thinking about getting this going early is good because they only play double colors energy. So do 210, and we are dead because we have 220 with damage already on us. It's pretty unfortunate that we didn't hit any of our stadiums early that game. The fact that they had their stadium out the entire game and they got to put all their Magikarps out and trigger the damage on them, that's pretty good for them. I'd like to flip heads. Maybe we'll have a Talonflame on one. We've yet to do that yet. They've just been awkward. They've just been awkward draws the rest of the game. Alright, that's mulligan. No basics. Have to throw back. Yeah, the problem is he had his silly thing out the entire game, his stadium that we were never able to get rid of, so the Darktina doesn't even really do anything. I'm actually not teaching any classes this semester. I have a tutoring gig that I'm working a couple days a week, but that's about it. Hey, look, Darkrai and never a Talonflame. Opponent gets to draw an extra card because we mulliganed. Alright, another Darkrai is actually a great draw here, so... What am I Ultra Balling for? Probably a Dragon Pokemon? I'm Ultra Balling for a Shaymin. Yeah, let's do that. Grab Shaymin here and draw up. Alright, take another Max Elixir. We'll try and double Max Elixir here. I can empty our hand here before we play this Shaymin. Playing against Volcanion, where Salamence is very good in this matchup. I think I'm going to switch here, and then Elixir, and then Sycamore. Yeah. Look at that. We've hit on 3 out of 3 Elixirs. Who are we? Is this real life? Oh, jeez, there's another one. Let's put Fighting Fury Belt up here. I think I'm just passing the turn here. I'm just going to pass the turn. I'm going to hold the Elixir for now. I did go up to a ninth basic energy in this deck. I kind of want a 10th. My Hoopa configuration without Talonflame is on 10 dark energies right now and 4 double dragon. I'm not sure which is strictly correct there or not. I mean, Darkrai, we're at 9 in this deck, which is not a ton. I mean, Turbo Darkrai is always the plan, basically. Another Volcanion here, sure. Hopefully, Load stacks the bench up with Volcanion, and then we get to find a Salamence, and then stack some energy on the Salamence. He bricked on his 1 Elixir. Rough. All right, so he's got 4 EX Pokemon out right now, so Salamance's attacks are lethal if we find one. Floatstone, sure. So probably going to put a Floatstone on his active one and then switch back to the one on the bench. Yeah, my non-Talonflame configuration has a baby of it all in it. Wow, didn't play the Parallel City. Okay. Oh, look at that. Managed to hit. So that's 2 steam ups. You get a 3rd steam up here, plus attach an energy to his baby Volcanion. Swap using the Floatstone to the baby Volcanion. Attack us for 110. Which does make us half dead. So that's 170 right now. I'm currently doing 110. That's unfortunate. Another double dragon. Huh. Oh, I should just start Hex Maniac locking him, right, for the next couple turns? That doesn't seem completely unreasonable. I'm gonna go ahead and Max Elixir to start. Probably put one of these on oh, Brick. Okay, do I want to put an extra one on here? No. Should put one of these on Shaymin for now. And then we'll do this, and then Hex Maniac says Pokemons can't use abilities until end of turn, so no steam up for you. Hit you for 130. And their guy lives because this only has this has a Fighting Fury belt on it, so it's plus 40 health. Yeah, he used to put a 3rd energy on this, 2nd on there, sure. Sycamore's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and put the switch to this, and I think I'm just going to Verse Seeker Hex Maniac again here, just so he can't knock my guy out. I'll knock his out. So this is sitting for 120 right now. All my elixirs are gone. So with the right sequence, I could do 180 next turn, but I can't do 220. That's too much. I have a favorite Pokemon deck yet. Rainbow Road and Expanded is definitely my favorite of the decks that I've played so far. Oh, that sucks. I guess to knock this out. Yeah, it might be the game. Well, I guess a Shaymin to draw 2. Hopefully hit a Dragon or an Ultra Ball. Alright, there's the Dragon we wanted. There's a Giratina. Put a Fighting Fury belt on here. I can play the Reverse Valley out. So this is doing 100. That's the best we can do. Do 140. He can just retreat this or switch it. Escape rope, that's gross. I think this is the best one to put up. I guess maybe I'm supposed to put this one up. He's going to get to knock this out. I get to kill his guy on the crackback. There's 4 dark in there. 5, 6, 7. There's 1 double dragon in here. So there's 2 double dragon and 2 dark left in my deck potentially. We do get to end and take them off a bunch of cards next turn, which is nice because they're going to knock our guy out and then go down to 2 prizes. Okay, they're ending us first. He doesn't Lysandre the Menace. Not sure what that means. So he's going to retreat this back probably to this one and knock my Shaymin out. I'm going to go ahead and slide this up, I think. I'm doing 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. That's 120. Yeah, I need to use Shaymin and Salamence to knock this out. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this on here. Then I can go ahead and Ultra Ball here and discard these 2, see what we can go find. I have a Darkrai left. Put this out here. I could put this out and make my opponent deal less damage. That's nice. I have to discard a bench Pokemon. I'm going to bin... Oh, that's actually kind of close. Like, do I want to bin the Shaymin with an energy? I think I'm supposed to bin the Shaymin with the energy here. Just because I don't want him to be able to Lysandre and knock out any of the guys on my bench. Let's go ahead and Skyla and see what we want here before the turn ends. Probably okay with just grabbing an Olympia, honestly. And the Salamence is hitting for 260. I guess I could have theoretically got a Verse Seeker with that Skyla, and then next turn I could Verse Seeker for Hex Maniac. That's lethal, right? Yeah, because this is going to be 180. That's unfortunate. Did not get Salamence going quite early enough that game. What's the matter, Jake? Oh, hey, look at that. We have a Talonflame on one. Weird. Weird. What does this card do? So Talonflame, would you like to take a mulligan? No. Talonflame, if it's in our opening hand, we can start with it as our active Pokemon. Did I have any Fighting Fury belts left? I did not. I had spent both of my belts. It's possible I should have put up the Darkrai just because of the fact that it had a belt on it, but I don't know. The free ladder is annoying sometimes. What does this Salamence version go for trade-wise? I'm not sure. And in paper, it's kind of expensive. It's like 18 bucks. We have the mulligan here, no basics in our opener. Not a Talonflame, but a Pokemon. This hand's pretty bad. Doesn't have any tutors or wheels or stuff like that. This Elixir is medium because we don't have anything on our bench to put on our bench. Absol, flip a coin if heads, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Alright. It could be an Ultra Ball. I guess I'll grab a Parallel City and lock their bench before they can lock ours.
Hey, Ma, may I use your camera to take a picture of Ace? I think Grandpa would like to see how big he's gotten.
And put a Dark Energy on here so that way he doesn't know the Double Dragon is coming.
I can do it all by myself.
Hopefully they play out some more EX Pokemon. They'd be kind of silly too, but, you know, maybe. I guess there might be merit to playing out the Double Dragon just because this can make us discard a card from our hand. Hoopa? Absol, discard top card of your opponent's deck. There's a trainer card, does 80 more. That's pretty good.
I know how to do this. Now I'm not so sure.
That ends their turn. Alright, well, our hand's still not doing a whole lot. Our hand's not doing a ton either, I guess. Are the paid events not good, EV? I don't know. I played one 8-man on here one time. Ooh, makes their dark Pokemon do more. And I actually can't get rid of this because I don't... Why was that increased? Oh, because of that. Got it. Alright, well, awkward. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna Beastly Fang. Hope he misses again next turn. Both our hands seem pretty bad. Well played. Oh, it was going to do 90 regardless because of the thing, right? Yeah, it was a little mediocre. Just no tutors or anything like that. I'll turn my TV down real quick. It's kind of loud. I would like to go first. Hey, look, Talonflame. I haven't actually gotten to attack with this guy yet. For 1 energy, he deals 40 damage and double demonic tutor. Searches our deck for 2 cards and puts them into our hand. It's kind of nice. Guys. I might not have a high enough density of trainer mails and ultra balls and stuff like that in here. I feel like I'm not that much less than a lot of the decks, though. I need to have Ryan write me a guide for how the trading in this game works. It's pretty convoluted compared to other games where you're allowed to just buy and sell for cash. The only downside about it, although I prefer a convoluted trading system to no trading system, so I will take that, I guess. Rayquaza-EX. Probably another game where I want to get Salamence going ASAP. You have a bunch of EX Pokemon here. If I recall, this is a Skybench deck. Yeah, they played that out instead of the Manphy as the last one, so I'm pretty sure this is a Skybench deck. This discards a special energy. Sir Pandas, that would be great if you linked that. I think a lot of people in chat would appreciate that, and I'll probably add a command because people ask for that fairly frequently. Does 30 damage times the number of Pokemon on your bench. Alright, well, let's find an Ultra Ball, hopefully, here. Yep, I think I have to Sycamore here. That sucks, but... I guess I could be greedy and Lysandre this Hoopa. Is that greedy? That's probably greedy. Playing the Sycamore here seems so bad, though. I'm gonna Lysandre this and hope to get another turn here. And grab Salamence and Darkrai here. I guess Giratina is actually pretty good. It shuts off Megas. These are both pretty good. This is not Rainbow Road. This is a standard Darktina deck. You have a Switch. Take an extra prize card, okay? Sweet. Well, that gamble worked. Let's go ahead and Giratina, Salamence, Max Elixir twice here, Brick 1, hit 1, put that there, put this on here, play this, drop to 6, Skyla, huh. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Skyla for a Max Elixir here. Oh, I guess I could get this Enhanced Hammer. I kind of don't mind doing that. Because then I can just activate this Talonflame again to get 2 more cards I want out of my deck. Go ahead and attack with this. And I grab that for sure. Do I just want 2 of these? Possible I just want another double dragon energy. Nah, I've got plenty of energies to attach in my hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a couple Darkrays here. And next turn I can switch this up and knock this out, and then this will be immune to attacks from Megas. So I can play this on here, I can play this out, I can play this out, I can play this Max Elixir, hit there, put energy on this Darkrai. Can go ahead and retreat this and put up Giratina. I don't think I want to play a Sycamore here and discard these energies from my hand. I'll go ahead and grab 2 prizes here. We had a Fighting Fury belt. That's pretty good. Yeah, Sir Pandage, you need to... The problem is all of these sites that explain it, you need a thing explaining how to read the site, basically. He switched to his Rayquaza in the face of this. Okay. Happy to put another energy on here. Probably put a Fighting Fury belt on here. Do I have any trainers in here that I want to do? I guess I could Lysandre and knock out one of these things on their bench. That doesn't seem awful. I like switch this Manphy up. Yeah, I kind of like doing that. And it requires him to have another energy to retreat it. He's not playing switches because he has Manphy in his deck. Manphy says any of your Pokemon with a water energy on them have no retreat cost. This is basically what they play instead of Switch and Floatstone. You don't have to buy physical packs. They actually have a game mode in this game where all you do is play theme decks against other people with theme decks. Talonflame punched the clock and went to work this game. So, really kind of shows the power of that card. And then we can actually win the game next turn, right? We can energy on here. Yeah, we can. So we put an energy on here, and then we retreat this, and we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energies. And that means this will deal 140. Oh, this takes 3. That's still fine, though, right? Because I'll have 1. That's 120. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's 100, 120, 130, and then I can Verse Seeker Lysandre, and then Lysandre their Shaymin up and knock that out and get my last 2 prizes here because knocking out EX Pokemon gets you 2 prizes. Huzzah. We're getting closer to that 2,000 mark. Yeah, my youngest is still sleeping. He's moving. All right. I've won the coin flip. Yes, I would like to go first. Another Talonflame opener. Sign me up. A Talonflame also lets you optionally mulligan, which is sweet. Oh, I guess this hand doesn't have a basic energy to start with, huh? I have a Trainer Mail and an N, though, so I think this hand's a fine keep. I got plenty of chances to work my way into something that can provide energy for us. Alright, we drew a Sycamore. Let's lead on Trainer Mail here and see what we find. Max Elixir. Am I Sycamoring here or Nning? They kept all their cards in their hand, so I should probably just N. I'll play this Parallel City out and lock their bench, and then go ahead and N. Alright, we got an energy to work with. I can go ahead and slide this out on Talonflame. Then I can go ahead and Ultra Ball and discard these 2. Hex Maniac is a good card to have access to in this matchup. Grab a... Huh, do I want the Salamence or do I want... Yeah, I think I want the Salamence here. Let's just get him going ASAP. I've locked their bench, so he's a little bit less good, but that's still fine. We can't attack on the first turn of the game when we go first, so we'll just pass the turn here. How's it going, Nemesis? Acrobike. That's an interesting card in Volcanion. I think I've seen that one before. I guess it can ditch fire energies into your discards. Seems sweet. I would like to point out that I still do Hex 3 of the 4 afternoons a week. Which Pokemon energy will I use? I don't know. I don't think I'm not really playing Standard in Magic right now, so I don't really need to represent energies in Magic. It's a Standard only mechanic, pretty much. The Parallel City locks their bench, so their Hoopa can't really go crazy, which is nice. Salamence also makes them want to not stack up a whole bunch of them. Need more Battleground Screams? Yeah, I do need to finish that, don't I? I have a little bit of a cold right now, so I'm not going to try and play Battlegrounds while I'm sick. That needs reaction time. Lord knows I'm bad enough when I'm not sick playing it. Trainer Mail. What did he grab? Drew. Okay. Okay, got a fire energy into the bin. For his Volcanion here. Three Acrobikes later. See what he's getting here. All right, going for Hoopa. Do they have a stadium to put my Parallel City here? They must, right? Okay, Hoopa's going to find some stuff. Going to be pretty surprised here if they don't have an answer to this Parallel City. As there is Jeff Hoagland feedback on decks. That is the primary purpose of the Discord, so people can pester me at any time of the day when I am conscious about deck questions they may or may not have. Wow, their hand was poop, and they only had one energy in there too. That's great for us. Dark energy. Yep, happy to attach that to here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Sycamore. Darkrai, Giratina. I'm happy locking his bench down here, so I'm not going to do anything about that. See, I think I'm just going to Talonflame here. I'm going to grab a double Dragon Energy here and an Elixir, I think. Yeah, Skyla can find another Elixir for next turn, which is nice. You know, their hand is so bad, I think I want to just, like, sit here and power up my squad, basically. Oh, you know, I should have Skyla'd first there. Thankfully, we weren't punished. Yeah, I'm just gonna, if he wants to knock out my Talonflame, he can knock out my Talonflame, I think. So, yep, Arrow Blitz again here. That has a free retreat cost, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna grab a double Dragon Energy here. And then another Darkrai, probably. Seems fine. So you can knock my guy out here, but yeah, I'm just stacking up way too much stuff. They're gonna game's effectively over if they don't hit something to start going crazy there. You know what? It looks like my youngest is awake from his nap. I'm going to run up and grab him real quick. We're going to play one or two more games before we call it a day. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Sorry about the brief chair stream. A couple more games here, and then we'll close out the afternoon. Thanks everyone for hanging out today while we battle some Pokemon TCG. We play Pokemon TCG every Wednesday afternoon here on this channel from about noon CST to about 3 p.m. CST. We also have other random streams that are Pokemon TCG at other times. That's the game you primarily care about. So if you follow the channel or follow me on Twitter, you will get to know when I'm going live with this game. I also stream several other games like Magic and Hex a couple times a week. Just a fistful of trainers. No idea. Could be playing anything. So we're going to draw one extra card here because our opponent mulligan once. They are also on the play, though, so if they have access to an N on the first turn, it doesn't matter. If they N us, it's not the end of the world. This hand's not particularly fantastic. Again, don't want to start with these in play. And they have setup ability. It's like a Darkrai mirror. Wow. Alright. Sure. Ultra Ball. Discard these two. I'm going to grab a Salamence here. Put Salamence out, put Double Dragon Energy on the Salamence, put Shaymin on the bench, draw until we have a bunch of cards in our hand. Trainer Mail first, see what we find. Got a switch. Alright, that's not bad. Let's just switch this Darkrai at some point. Maybe at some point Nemesis. It depends on what my schedule's like for other things. I don't know if I even want to Sycamore this turn, honestly. I think I'm going to switch this now and then Elixir here to try and get an energy on this Darkrai. Yeah, just in case he ends this next turn. He didn't end us this last turn, but that doesn't mean they couldn't draw it. Do I want to discard the rest of these cards? I kind of want this Double Dragon Energy, so yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn here. I could have, like, Beastly Fanged this for 60, like, left this on the bench and then Elixired it, but I think I'd rather put this up and then, like, Dragon Strike next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and grab this Sycamore back. Play the Sycamore out. Not a whole lot to do. Dragon Strike. Another Darkrai on the bench, sure. Can they potentially knock my guy out? With a couple of Max Elixir hits here, they could knock my guy out. That would be bad for me. Alright, they bricked on that one. This is hitting for 100 right now. If they had a hit there, they'd have knocked my guy out, which is a little scary. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this on here, and then I'm going to go ahead and Olympia and retreat this and put this up. How's it go, Immortals? Dark Pulse, knock this out. Knocking out Pokemon that Darkrai has is a huge deal because the Darkrai's attack does more damage for each, it does more damage for each Dark Energy you have in play. That's why the Double Dragon Energies are slick here, because they count for 2 there. There's a hit for 80. It actually knocked their guy out had they not had the Enhanced Hammer to discard our energy. If they have another Dark Energy here, they can knock our guy out. They do not, so they just had one of those games where they just really didn't do anything. And sometimes Sometimes your decks in Pokemon have fail rates like my opponent's deck just had, but, you know, that happens in every TCG. You know, you miss your third charge drop, you don't have a... You miss your third line drop on the draw, like... I feel like the fail rate in Pokemon for a lot of these decks, because they're so redundant and consistent, is a lot lower than it is in a lot of other games, but... Man, they called Tails. What a next level play. Get that. We've got a Talonflame and a Darkrai. That's excellent. What's the dollar value of the decks you're playing right now? I am blissfully ignorant of a lot of the dollar cost of decks in here. I'm borrowing an account from my buddy. This is the Magikarp deck we played against earlier, which means we want to try and get Giratina into play ASAP because it locks them from playing special energies, and their deck is all double colorless energy, basically. I can tell you, in paper, I built Expanded Rainbow Road and the standard deck I'm playing for about $400 for both of them. That's my metric for money put into the game. I've bought a bunch of paper cards. I'm getting a Shaymin here, I assume. Got my Shaymins and my Ho-Ohs ready to go. There's probably more Pokemon waiting for me outside my mailbox right now. Excuse me. Get a Shaymin back to their hand, sure. Hopefully they end up putting double colorless energy out on something. That way we can hammer it before we Sycamore. And that's for paper Nemesis. The online cards are all much cheaper than that. That's pretty good. You get to Shaymin as the last card and draw a new 6. Yeah, I said 400 for 2 decks. An expanded deck and a standard deck. The cards on average seem like they're probably half to a third as much as what they cost in paper online. But I don't know if they all scale that way. I know just a couple that I looked at looked like they scaled about like that. This hand really just doesn't do anything. I think I just have to Sycamore here. It doesn't feel good, but... having this many energies in our hand is not stellar. Gladly grab an N here. Yep, turns usually have a lot of fairly complex decisions. I'm gonna go ahead and Arrow Blitz here. My first turn here was not terribly long. I get to grab 2 Pokemon of my choice here out of my deck. Definitely grabbing the Giratina so we can hopefully lock them out of playing special energies. And I think I want to just grab a Max Elixir here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I guess I could grab a Stadium here. And lock their Bent and take this off. That doesn't seem awful, actually. So I grab this Parallel City. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's grab a prize here as well for knocking out their magic crap. With the Roaring Skies reprint announced, people were saying they're in like the they're in like the $40 range now a lot of places. I'd bought my 2 just before the Roaring Skies reprint was announced, and I had what they cost me $50 a pop. Shaymin's easily the single most expensive card in the... Buddy Rescue, get his magic card back here. It's unfortunate that my hammer's in the bin here, so I can't Skyla for it. This is going to attack for 210. Yeah. Get one of their prizes over here. We get to know what they get because we can see it disappear. So they took the teammate so they can double tutor if we knock out one of their guys. I don't want to put this out. I want to put the Parallel City out first here, and I'm going to flip this so it reduces damage. Yeah. And I can put this into play, and then I can put this into play on here, and then I can go ahead and end. I mean, the reprint isn't even live yet, so they're going down. I think this will result in fewer cards. Yep, I think that's acceptable. It'll result in fewer cards for them as well, including the card that they just picked up out of their prizes. Go ahead and Max Elixir here. Probably Brick. Yeah, always Bricks. Go ahead and Shaymin, draw 3 cards. Hey! That is not okay. Do not hit your brother. Fighting Fury Belt's a great pickup here. You can put that on the Giratina. You want to come sit with Dad while he streams his last match? Hi. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's not dead, but it is mostly dead. Hi. Good job saying hi, D. Oh, you want some cranberries? Alright, so that's super unfortunate, especially considering we hit the Skyla. I think we're putting this out here. I could Skyla for a Switch. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to Skyla for a Switch here. Yeah. And then switch to the Shaymin, and then hope we don't get Verse Seeker Lysandre. If we get Verse Seeker Lysandre, we'll just concede. Hey, look, they're right here. They're right here, D. Okay, yep. All right, we're going to go ahead and call it an afternoon here, folks. Thanks for hanging out here this afternoon. Needed to dodge a Verse Seeker there, and we were unable to, so a little unfortunate to end the game day on a loss, but I'm going to go ahead and take off. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Remember, if you missed any of today's stream, you can catch the archives on my YouTube channel. If you're a competitive Pokemon TCG player, you should check out the Super Rod cast. They are the sponsor of the stream for the month of January. They're a competitive-focused Pokemon TCG podcast. You can find them on SoundCloud and iTunes and Twitter and Facebook, so you should definitely check them out. I will be back tomorrow afternoon with my normal Hex TCG stream, and I will catch you all then.